I feel so weird because I'm filming on my phone and I've been filming on a DSLR. What? I've been filming on a camera for like a month and I feel weird filming here, like super weird. I feel like I'm downgrading, but I think it was cool, so whatever. Hi guys, it's Yahi. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about Insatiable season 2 because I just finished it last night. It wouldn't be a normal review of mine if I wasn't defending the TV show. So yeah, before starting with the spoilery section on talking about everything that happened in this season 2, I want to talk about season 1 first and about the whole bad rep situation, like the bad reputation this TV show has and how some people think it's like fat shaming and homophobic and stuff like that, because I need to defend it. I have to. I remember last season when this show came out, everyone hated this show so much. So people think this show is fat shaming because this show is about this girl that used to be fat and now is skinny, and now everyone sees her as this beautiful girl, and now everyone loves her at first in season 1 and whatever. And there is this scene when her pageant coach Bob tells her that skinny is magic, and people literally took this sentence, skinny is magic, and hated the whole show for this. Like people that didn't even watch the show. One of my ex-friends, she didn't even watch the show, but she heard this scene and hated the TV show. Now, yes, skinny is magic really sounds bad because it implies that you being fat is like you're ugly or whatever, but that's not what the TV show was trying to tell you. Here's the thing. In real life, people grow. In real life, people are complicated. People have insecurities. People change. Some people make racist comments and then they learn that they made a racist comment and they don't make it again. Some people make homophobic comments and then they learn. It's something that people go through in real life. But cancel culture is so pushed upon that we forget that people grow. And here is the thing. I'm tired of watching TV shows where the characters are completely perfect. I want to watch TV shows where characters make mistakes and then learn from them. This comment was made to Patty, the protagonist. Literally 5 minutes later, Patty meets this plus-size girl who tells her, well, it doesn't matter if you're skinny, if you're ugly on the inside. And that is something that Patty has to learn, that not because she is skinny, she is going to be beautiful now, because if she's not beautiful inside, she's not going to be beautiful outside. So it's something that throughout the whole season, she learns and she changes. But it's like people don't want people to grow. It's like people think that you should be perfect from the first day you're born and you're not able to make mistakes. It's just so frustrating to me. The other thing people hated about this, for the first season, was that this character said that being bi doesn't exist, that bisexual people don't exist. I am bisexual myself and I wasn't offended at this comment because, again, people learn. This person that said that bisexual people don't exist was the same person that was trying to hide the fact that he was bi. So yeah, he did say that bi people didn't exist. Does that mean that the producers believe that? No, it's just that people learn, people change, and this character has to learn to love himself and accept the fact that he is bisexual. So yeah, you need to have characters that say the wrong stuff, because what's the point of having a TV show where all the characters are perfect, all the characters are morally perfect? Like, what would you get from a TV show where people don't learn from their mistakes? If you actually take the time to watch the show, you can see that this TV show is not fat shaming and it is not homophobic. I just feel like people go on Twitter and they listen to one 10-second scene and then try to define this TV show when you're literally first not giving it a chance, which you don't have to. But if you don't watch the TV show, you can't comment. Like literally, if you don't watch it with your own eyes, you can't call a TV show you haven't watched homophobic or fat shaming if you only saw 10 seconds of it. Like, I'm sorry. Anyway, I've been rambling for 7 minutes about how people don't let people grow. So let's just get into the spoilery section. If you haven't watched Insatiable, make sure to watch it. Please don't listen to what people say. You can have your own conclusion, and if you don't like the TV show, that's completely okay. And if you feel like it's fat shaming, then that's your opinion. But like, just don't push your beliefs into other people's opinion. That's what I'm trying to say. If you haven't watched Insatiable season 2, you should probably go watch it and then come back to this video, because I am going to get into the spoilers. I have a lot to say, so let's get into it. The first episode was amazing. I think it was one of my favorites of the season because it just kept me intrigued. First, with Roxy being dead, that scene, I really was not expecting that scene at all. And then with Patty actually realizing she had an eating disorder, that scene, it almost made me cry because she didn't even realize she was doing something wrong until that moment. Like, she didn't know, and that moment of her realizing she actually had a problem, I kind of resonated with her. Even though I don't have like eating problems, I have depression problems, but whatever, I kind of related to her in that way, and it felt really emotional. Also, how is it that Patty, at least before the last episode of the season, how is it that Patty always get the crowns but never wins? Have you noticed that? Like, on all the pageants she has been in, she doesn't win. She gets like first runner up or something, and then something happens, someone is disqualified or someone dies, and she gets the crown every single time until this last episode. But we're not gonna talk about that yet. I was really interested in the whole polyamory situation with the two Bobs and Bob's wife. I forgot her name. I literally forgot her name, but whatever, I forget everyone's name. I was really interested in the whole polyamory situation, and I really wanted it to work, and I really hope it works next season, because you don't see that in TV a lot. There is a very little shows that actually portray polyamory and do it properly. So I was really interested in this season and them actually working out, and they didn't, but I'm hoping they do on the third season. But about that, I don't understand why Bob, Hot Bob, Magnolia's father Bob, I don't understand why it's so hard to him to like accept that he's bisexual. And I am not assuming his sexuality, maybe he is not bisexual, but that's what it seems like to me that he is. But why can't he accept that he is? Like, what's so wrong about that? Why does he have to be gay? I feel like he feels like being bisexual is wrong, or that's not proper. I don't know. I don't understand why he doesn't want to accept that he is. By the second episode, I was so moved because Bob and Patty's relationship had changed and grown so much. I mean, in the first season, Patty was so obsessed with Bob, like, you know, romantically, but by this season they were really like father and daughter, which is kind of sad also, because Bob still hasn't tried to be a real father for his own son Rick. And also another thing is that Bob has another daughter that's on the army. Are we going to see her? I'm just wondering, like, are we going to see her someday? Another thing that actually shook me was when Dixie was run over by the truck. The first thing that came up to my mind was Mean Girls. I was not expecting that. So on the last season, Patty's mom, Angie, also left again, and I was thinking how Angie's mom hasn't really tried to be a good mom. She left on the past season and it already went wrong, and she decided to leave again. Like, you already know how this is going to end, but she just kept running away. The whole story with Gordy and what happened to her really, like, it really feels so sad, and they never really get into what happened, which we all know what actually happened. I feel like there's this like pattern in these TV shows with parents not being good parents. Like Angie is not a good parent to Patty, and Bob is not a good parent to Brick, and other Bob, like Hot Bob, is not a good parent to Magnolia. I mean, this season he was a better dad, but mostly Bob, like this Bob and Angie, are not good parents to their children, and it's like they're ignoring that fact. Like, okay, we all know they're not good parents, but they keep doing what they know they shouldn't do. Angie keeps leaving, and Bob keeps ignoring his child. Like, why doesn't he try? So Patty starts going to meetings, and I felt really proud of her because for once she didn't feel alone. And I get that feeling, like maybe you feel like you're all alone in this problem and you're the only person that acts this way. And she found her people, and I don't know, I wish we could have seen more of that. Also, Dee, Nani's ex, I never really liked her because she never was open to actually liking Patty. Like, I understand at first she was jealous that, you know, Nani liked Patty, but after a while it just got old. Like, Nani doesn't even like Patty anymore, so why don't you try to be more open to Patty? And I know that Patty hasn't made the best mistakes, but Dee doesn't know that Patty is a murderer. Let's start with that. So from this point of view, Patty is not such a bad person, and I feel like she never actually tried to be nice to Patty. So I never really liked her. Glad she's gone, but maybe she won't be gone for season 3. Like, maybe we will see her again, but I just don't like her at all. Like, that one blonde girl that Nani met was so much nicer in just the one episode we saw her that Dee was in all those seasons. Never liked her. I mean, I do like her confidence, and I like how she loves herself even if her body doesn't follow beauty standards. But when it comes to her and her personality with Patty, she just was unnecessarily mean, in my opinion. Also, I love how Brick is so open-minded. Most times in TV shows, teenage boys are just either like not openly homophobic, but or homophobic or racist or make really dumb comments, but Brick is so nice. Like, literally, Brick is so nice. And also, I loved how he is a YouTuber. I was so happy about that. Like, wow, we are really in a new era of TV shows. Like, now TV shows have all this texting and Instagram and YouTube and social media, and that for me is so cool that we are integrating our real lives in characters' lives. That's just so cool. And seeing it from my point of view of me being a YouTuber and Brick being one too was super cool. And also, you do not get viral by your first video. You wish. How is it that Angie doesn't lose her job? Like, her job is so important to her, but she leaves all the time for like a month or weeks and then comes back and she has her job. What? That's not how real life works. Angie and Bob, when Angie first proposed like to be Bob's campaign manager, I was like, oh no, they're gonna get into a relationship, aren't they? And they're weird, and I don't see it. I don't like it. I really want Bob to be with Bob and to be with Bob's wives. I mean, that's what I want. I really want to see the polyamory situation work. So let's talk about the murders, because it was the most important part of the season and somehow I haven't talked about it. So let's talk about that. So the whole murdering situation has kind of gotten out of hand. I mean, Patty has killed Christian, Stella Rose, those 3 drug guys. Maybe she killed Gordy, but we're not sure. I mean, by the end of the episode, we see that maybe she pushed him, but that maybe is her imagination and she didn't push him. By the time she killed Gordy, I didn't think it was her fault. It's not her fault. He fell. I just don't think it was. Maybe you think differently. Christian, I understand why it happened. I mean, I am not defending murder, but if we're talking about a TV show right now, right? So TV show wise, I understand it happened. Stella Rose, okay, the first time she killed Stella Rose, but by the second time, Stella Rose was basically her last body by season 2. I was annoyed at Patty because why did she have to kill Stella Rose? She did it. I mean, I don't know anything about killing anyone, and I don't know anything about fighting, so I don't know. But couldn't she just have knocked Stella Rose out and then called the cops? Like, it's not that hard to call the cops. You pick up your phone, you dial 911, and you call the cops. But no, she has to cover up the murder and get into more trouble. Let me tell you something. I still haven't murdered anyone, so it's not that hard not to murder someone. It really isn't. Also, again, not a murder expert, but why did she have to keep Christian's phone? Like, okay, I understand that you have to like text his parents and keep them updated on of where Christian was, but why did she have to have it with her all the time? She could have kept it somewhere else, not in her purse, where it could be tracked where it was at all times. Also, Nani, so annoying. I understand that Nani wanted to be like police officer or whatever, investigator, whatever, but she kept getting on Patty's business and exposing her, and that annoyed me. And obviously Nani is in the right and she's doing the right thing, but when you watch this type of TV show, obviously you root for the bad guy, saying that Patty is a bad guy. You obviously root for the bad guy, and Nani was getting in the way of the bad guy that I love. So Nani, can you please stop investigating and making Patty get into trouble? The pageant killer is Regina. I don't know what to think about that. I wasn't like shook. I wasn't expecting it all the time. It was kind of like, okay, whatever, I guess. I got so mad and sad at the fact that Bob is in jail. He was going to be the major. He worked so hard for that, and now he's just probably not going to be the major. And I really want to see season 3 because I felt so bad for Bob, and I understand why he would be so mad at Patty. Also, Regina is such a horrible person. She kidnapped a child. I felt so bad for Dixie's family, not so much for Dixie because I don't like her at all. But I felt so bad for Dixie's family. And Regina, I was hoping for character development this season. It seemed like that's where they were going with Dixie and Regina and making them better people. But no, Regina is still a very bad person. So what are your thoughts for season 3? What do you think will happen? Did you like this season? Did you hate it? Are you tired of the murders? Let's see where season 3 goes, and I am so excited. Also, do you think the polyamory situation could work? I think it's a little effed up by now, but Bob's wife is pregnant, so also, who do you think the kid is from? Do you think it's Bob or Bob? I don't know if this is a good video, but regardless, I hope you guys like this video. Please subscribe because I am going to be doing more reviews. This channel is going to be based on TV shows only as of now, maybe something different here and there, but as of now I am going to be doing movies and TV shows reviews. So I hope you guys like this video. Please give it a big like, thumbs up. Remember to subscribe if you want to see more of me, which you probably don't, and I'll see you later. Bye.